Hello, I'm Ahenk Yılmaz, the head of the Department of Architecture, and I will be giving some information about the department and the graduate programs in this video. First of all, let's start with the objectives of the department. Yaşar University Department of Architecture aims to engender an intellectual, ethical, and supportive learning and collegial environment that foregrounds critical reasoning, creative problem solving, and design-centered approach. Moreover, it encourages all the members of the department, including the students, to foster cutting-edge studies enriched by interdisciplinary connections in order to constitute the issues faced by contemporary society in both local and global scales. The program introduces students with the diversity of contemporary knowledge fields of architecture in a balance, ranging from digital design skills that form the basis for the current architectural profession, to earthquake-resistant design approaches, which are especially important to Turkey, from emergency shelter projects to urban transformation studies, and more else. What you see in this slide is the data visualization of the keywords composed of master and PhD programs, course curricula. As you can see here, what programs offer constitute a rich diversity in terms of architectural research topics. What you see here is the data visualization of our PhD in architecture program, and with the slogan of a collegial environment in which research projects on the cutting edge of contemporary architectural agenda thrive, PhD in architecture program aims to cultivate scholars who formulate and conduct original scientific research in the field of architecture and sub-research areas such as history of architecture, theory and criticism, cultural studies, environmental control and building technology, building information, or urban design. The target of the program is to provide students with basic theoretical approaches and accumulation of knowledge in the field of architecture with an interdisciplinary perspective at international, national, and local scales. Within the framework of the program, the students will gain the ability to conduct independent research, which is very, very important, especially for a PhD candidate, to interpret the scientific events with a broad perspective and to determine the necessary steps to reach new synthesis. Organized through theoretical courses and supported with seminars by guests with the motto of deepening the knowledge in architecture, the Master of Science in Architecture, the Thesis Program that you see the visualization here on the slide, on the other hand, aims to foreground information exchange between scholars and to cultivate research between design approaches that embrace state-of-the-art techniques and technologies across related disciplines. Since the program is open to anyone who holds a 4-year undergraduate degree, students are expected to embrace the transdisciplinary role of architecture and to take part in individual and collective research projects in intersectional areas between architecture and other disciplines. And we expect those projects would focus on social, environmental, and technological issues of contemporary society and, on their effects on built environments in different scales. With the motto of gaining expertise in the field of design with the focus of architecture, on the other hand, the Master of Science in Architecture without thesis program provides the students with an expertise in current and emerging issues of contemporary architectural agenda, organized through theoretical and applied courses and supported with seminars by guests, especially invited guests. We like to have them in each and every semester. The education aims to engender a professional vanguard that nurtures research-based design approaches that embrace contemporary agenda of architecture, especially. The program is open to all graduates of architecture, design, and related fields. In overall, the department aims to educate the graduate students as individuals who have initiative, teamwork, and leadership skills, technical equipment, and social awareness, and are open to development and progress by supporting their personal development within the framework of participatory education models. The understanding of education based on learning by doing in the studio environment, which forms the basis of architectural education, enables students to gain design experience by developing the creative thinking and problem-solving skills required by the information age in active participation in applied processes. Students have the chance to gain experience in the forms of the profession in different geographies, both through international exchange programs and workshops and year-long seminars with the participation of architect guests from different countries. Workshops with local governments and international institutions, extracurricular joint workshops, and project-based collaborations are among the practices that stand out in students' understanding of their roles in environments that require teamwork and the responsibilities of different disciplines. In the last 2 years, the number of international panels and workshops have been organized with the contribution of other departments in the faculty. The colloquium of Building for Humanity, for instance, this international design competition, was held with the participation of world-renowned architects, academicians, and theorists, such as this person, Professor Johanni Pallasmaa. He gave a very inspirational talk within this organization. Under an umbrella title of the Aesthetics and Urban Design Workshop, a series of seminars, panels, workshops, and exhibitions were organized together with Izmir Bornova Municipality, for instance, before the pandemics. The design strategies provided by the students at the end of this event will be used by the municipality in designing the urban public spaces of the area. Or like the earthquake workshop organized after the earthquake in Izmir on October 31, with the participation of many national and international experts and institutions can be given as examples of such activities in this context. A virtual design fest with the theme of breaking boundaries was organized in April this year with the contribution of the Department of Architecture. This theme, which aims to increase our understanding of the vital boundaries created by daily dynamics in all areas of our lives, was determined not only to break the new boundaries caused by the current pandemics that we are going through, but also to discuss the balancing role of architecture towards the boundaries created by the changing world conditions between the individuals and societies. In the series of events aimed at the interaction of undergraduate and graduate students, professionals, and academics, the approaches to the developing social role of the profession of architecture, which are equally important for the structural character of the department. And this determined the main framework of all the talks. In addition to its educational vision, the department also attaches importance to internationalization in its academic goals. International projects carried out by the academicians of the department can also be cited as examples of production in this context. Well-being, housing and infrastructure in Turkey project supported by the British Academy, or the European Union research project called Optimization-Driven Architectural Design of Structures, or the Transgressing the Normed Space research project supported by French Cultural Institution, are some of the international research projects that we have been focusing on for a while. Among these projects, well-being, housing and infrastructure in Turkey has a spatial importance for us, especially for our graduate programs, because in the fall and spring semesters of this year, 2 master courses students have been actively participated in this research with their own classes, with the coordination by Professor Robert Mull from Brighton University, as part of his ongoing project done in different countries on the refugee crisis and housing problems. Our students attended a live classroom for 2 semesters. And these classes brought together the graduate students of departments of architecture, not only Yaşar University, but also Umeå University from Sweden. In these courses, students designed some projects, and these projects designed to improve the spatial condition of Syrian immigrants and low-income local people residing in Izmir, Basmane, and Torbalı regions with small architectural interventions. And they developed these small architectural interventions for those people to help them. And most of these projects are right now planned to be built. And they will be exhibited at the Venice Biennale in 2021. So this Venice Biennale. The course and the collaboration with these universities will continue in the upcoming semesters. And such collaborations do not only contribute to the development of architectural knowledge and the academic environment of the department, but also increase the experience of students in international research and architectural project development processes. Another international event that we attach an immense importance is the International Architecture, Technology and Innovation Symposium that we first started to organize last year in 2020. The series of events that bring together experts from different disciplines with students, and this symposium, with this symposium, we aim to create a scholarly environment to question the social, environmental, and technological issues of current society, and also their effects on the built environment at different scales. By the way, what you see here is the poster of the second one that we will be organizing this year between September 22 and 24. And just to let you know, it will be open to the participation of anyone who is interested in the topic. So we would like to see you in those meetings, presentations, seminars, and also discussions. Along with all these events, the department hosts many pioneering research projects with the presence of a wide academic network. In these research projects, key areas such as space, culture and migration studies, sustainable architectural approaches, energy efficient ecological design approaches, kinetic architecture, digital design and production methods, such topics come to the fore. Graduate students of the department are considered as the essential components of this knowledge production oriented, dynamic and innovative research environment. They are highly encouraged to involve in these research projects. And let me introduce some of these ongoing projects to you. This one, the first one, Artemis, as we called, an investigation of image representation in augmented reality-based mobile applications in the case of the Temple of Artemis. And this project revolves around remembering process provided by different architectural representation modes in augmented reality applications for cultural heritage sites through an application designed to be used for the Temple of Artemis. The results of the analysis will provide insights not only into the modes of representation to be used in Temple of Artemis, augmented site of memory for the local authorities, but also into the representation of architectural heritage in augmented reality applications for different cultural heritage sites. Another one, earthquakes and buildings. This is the one that we really started to spend so much time, this topic, after the pandemic, after the earthquake that we experienced on October. The purpose of the project is to provide the regular citizen with knowledge on the seismic behavior of the buildings. To achieve this goal, the project focuses on creating educational videos with self-explanatory models about the main aspects of the seismic design and the behavior of buildings. In this way, it is planned to increase community resilience, meaning capacity to recover quickly after a disaster, but also it will provide preparedness to prevent the unfortunate loss of lives and economic distress resulting from buildings performing poorly during an earthquake. So along with this project, some videos will be produced, and those videos will include explanations both in Turkish and English with subtitles. So we hope that it will reach a wider audience, especially the ones who are not from the discipline. Another one, investigating novel architectural use and fabrication problems of scissor hinge structural mechanisms. The research project addresses the study of kinematic design methodologies and fabrication of deployable scissor hinge structural mechanisms that can be used for novel architectural applications. And it mainly aims to investigate the opportunities to seek new architectural applications for these mechanisms. And parallel to this aim, spatial capabilities of these mechanisms will be investigated. And the most important objective of this research project is fabrication opportunities of the selected architectural applications with scaled physical models that can work properly with electronic control and necessary actuators. And the last one that I'm going to talk about is called comparison of smart and sustainable certificates at neighborhood scale and creation of e-bulletin, especially sustainability and those smart buildings and design strategies are one of the, let's say, topics which gain importance gradually, especially in the digital age. And in this project, it is aimed to bring together eco-labs, assessment systems, and certification programs related to sustainability and/or smart neighborhoods and cities by creating a database. It is planned to present a guide that can be easily accessed by researchers and societies seeking resources on this subject. So in addition, smart and sustainability related analysis will be made over the functionality of these models and certifications, and their efficiency will be compared. So we hope that this will be a very good contribution, especially for the local decision makers like municipalities. You can follow us through these social media accounts. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.